Dangerously cold wind chills already showing up across the Bluegrass State, and the numbers for lows look to be historic.
Having a warm place to stay can be a lifesaver for those without a home. How homeless shelters tonight are reaching out in the cold.
Why some grocery stores around the Bluegrass are having trouble restocking shelves and catching up following the winter storm.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening to you. Tonight, dangerous and historically cold air has arrived here in the Bluegrass. Temperatures are expected to drop well below zero overnight.
So it is another first alert severe weather day because of all that. We begin with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. He's keeping a close eye on these frigid temperatures.
Yeah, watching that thermometer dropping by the hour, and in some cases, if you're out in the open countryside, you're watching it, it's dropping every 10 or 15 minutes or so. 3 degrees right now in Lexington. 4 showing up into Frankfort. We add the winds into the mix, and we've got double-digit wind chills now from -10 to -15 from Lexington to the Covington area. Those numbers will continue to drop as the thermometer drops and those winds continue to gust up out there. We have a wind chill warning that is out for all of central and eastern Kentucky. Actual thermometers tonight going below zero. In some cases could reach double digits below zero. Wind chills at times may be greater than 20 degrees below normal. Absolutely crazy numbers showing up on your hour-by-hour forecast. Matching up right now with those temperatures that are out there, but watch how the wind chills all of a sudden begin to kick into high gear as we get deeper into the overnight, and certainly first thing tomorrow morning. This particular computer model, it's known as the NAM. It is spitting out some -25 plus numbers in the morning. Those are numbers you don't want to mess with. Layer up, bundle up, as little exposed skin as is possible will be the name of the game when you're out tomorrow morning. Improving conditions tomorrow, relatively speaking. Those wind chills still stay well below zero through the entire afternoon into the evening. We start to see those tailing back off yet again. What about the snows? Live First Alert Defender showing clearing skies across parts of central Kentucky. Still, though, a couple of streaks of snow showers into southeastern Kentucky and into parts of northeastern Kentucky. Seeing one of those coming right across Moorhead. They're very small, guys, but they're putting down some additional very light, fluffy accumulations. With the clearing conditions, we'll show you how the temperatures drop with the latest hour-by-hour forecast and watching another winter event for the weekend when I come back in a bit.
Chris, thank you. And here's the latest on the snow and the cold. Both Fayette County schools and the University of Kentucky have canceled classes for the rest of the week because of this weather. We have a full list of closings at the bottom of your screen. The State House in Frankfort will not convene again until Monday because of the weather, but the Senate is still scheduled to meet tomorrow and Friday. Lexington Mayor Jim Gray says the city is in good shape when it comes to road salt supplies. He says there are 3,700 tons on hand, with another 1,200 tons plus coming tomorrow. On very cold nights like this, not having a home can be life-threatening.
So Lexington city leaders and volunteers who help the homeless are making sure everyone has a warm place to go tonight. Jordan Valines joins us now live with what's being done to protect the homeless. Jordan?
That's right. I'll tell you what, it really is painfully cold out here right now, which is why organizations and shelters across town have decided to open their doors for 24 hours a day in order for folks in need to come in and have a warm place to stay. Ironically enough, it seems the things we so often take for granted,
it's warm, we got food to eat,
are the very things we can't do without.
This one is really hitting us hard.
Take a minute to talk with Dwan Brown.
I've been in and out of the shelter for 4 years.
And he'll be quick to tell you.
Being in this shelter made it a whole lot easier for us.
How this shelter has helped him out.
It means a whole lot to me. This is a gift.
During those times of being without.
Good-hearted people out there, and as you can tell, they're out there laughing and stuff, so it's a pretty good place.
A place
we have our good times in here.
Providing folks in need with much more than a meal.
We offer them love, food, and shelter, and we just one big happy family here.
A family that doesn't take the gifts they're given.
People coming in wanting gloves, hats
for granted. Today, volunteers at the Catholic Action Center told me that they are still in need of donations, especially winter clothing items and canned goods. Live in Lexington, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Jordan, thank you. On WKYT.com, we have a full list of homeless shelters and warming centers open in Lexington and elsewhere around central and eastern Kentucky. Doctors say if you are outside in temperatures this cold, it won't take long for your health to be in danger. They say you can start showing signs of frostbite on exposed skin in just a few minutes, and you'll usually feel it first in your fingers and toes.
Generally, the first sign that you have, particularly on exposed skin, is pain and burning. And that quickly transitions to some numbness, and then you tend to lose a little bit of sensation there.
Doctors at UK Hospital also say hypothermia can quickly set in if you're outside for very long. They say if you have to be outside, dress in plenty of layers and cover up as much skin as possible. If you start feeling any burning or tingling on your skin, go inside immediately.
Tonight, most neighborhood streets in Lexington are still in bad shape. With a fresh round of snow this morning, road crews had to turn their attention back to highways and other primary roads around the city. Many neighborhood streets are still covered in nearly a foot of snow, so most people who try to drive on them are getting stuck.
So I stopped here thinking I could maybe back up, and then it was harder than I anticipated.
Lexington firefighters also asked people living near fire hydrants to clear out the snow around them. Firefighters say that will save them precious minutes in case they have to use a fire hydrant to battle a fire.
Before the winter storm arrived, many people rushed to grocery stores around the Bluegrass. They stocked up on the essentials like bread and milk. But 2 days after the storm, Kroger is still playing catch up. The snow slowed down delivery trucks, so some shelves are still bare. Garrett Weimer continues our First Alert weather team coverage.
If you're looking for a gallon of milk, you'll have to keep looking. There goes the last one. Empty shelves like this have been a common sight ever since the big shopping spree before the storm hit.
It was pretty much gangbusters. Everybody was in here looking for milk, bread, eggs. Some people were joking, you know, I guess everybody wants French toast when they're snowed in.
A spokesman says a lot of Kroger stores across the Commonwealth did double their normal sales volume on Sunday as shoppers prepared for the snowstorm, and now snowy conditions are slowing down restocking their shelves in some areas.
It is the chain reaction, and you know, hopefully, and I think so, everybody at every level, at every step is doing the best they can to get it back to normal.
Here at the Kroger on Chinaway, a manager says they've gotten shipments for most items, but now that shoppers are streaming through the store once again, it can be hard to keep some items on the shelves.
I've noticed some veggie sections tend to be a little sparse. Fortunately, pretty much everywhere that I've gone has had exactly what I'm looking for.
Luckily, Pfeiffer says most shoppers have been patient as they work and wait to refill and restock. In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And in case you're wondering, the manager says she expects their milk shipment to arrive in the morning.
The weight of all the snow we've seen this week is too much for some awnings and sheds to handle. That's happened a few times around Rockcastle County the last day or so. Snow caused a metal awning to fall at Mount Vernon Drug, and customers quickly noticed it as they drove by the pharmacy today. The building itself wasn't damaged. Pharmacy workers say that first responders have been helping them out.
We haven't been able to deliver. We've delivered some of the in town, but the sheriff's department and the fire department are delivered out in the county, and the city police are taking care of the deliveries in town. So they've been very helpful in helping us make sure that all the patients are getting what they need.
Another awning fell at a vacant building nearby, and over at the Mount Vernon Fire Department, the roof of a shed caved in because of the snow.
It is not just Kentucky dealing with dangerously cold temperatures tonight. Meteorologists say sub-zero temperatures could stretch deep into the south, and even Florida could fall below freezing. It gets colder the further north you go. The Great Lakes are almost completely iced over, and in New York City, parts of the Hudson River are frozen, but people who use a ferry to get across don't seem to mind.
It's been pretty bad, but you know what, it's still one of the best ways to get in and out of the city, so.
Meteorologists expect much of the eastern part of the country to set new record lows over the next few days. And a reminder, for a complete list of closings and delays along with updated weather information, just go to our website, WKYT.com.
Tonight, we're learning more about an explosion in southern Kentucky that destroyed 2 houses.
The explosion at a Corbin home last Friday also sparked a fire. Witnesses pulled Roger Onspach from his burning home. Today, we received the 911 call his neighbor made after the explosion. That neighbor's house was also destroyed.
We need an ambulance, too.
What's his status?
I don't know. I can't get out of my house.
Okay, but do you know?
House caved in and caved mine in.
The Corbin Times-Tribune reports Onspach is still in the hospital in critical condition tonight. Firefighters say they still haven't figured out what caused the explosion.
Tonight, firefighters are trying to figure out what caused a fire that destroyed a Bell County church. The fire started this morning at Mill Creek Baptist Church near Pineville. WRIL radio took this video as firefighters battled the fire. Firefighters say by the time they arrived, the church's sanctuary was already engulfed. The pastor of the church has already vowed to rebuild.
I don't know what or when, we're just starting, but the church will continue on some way. We'll rebuild the church and keep going.
A witness reported hearing a loud sound, almost like an explosion, then saw the flames. The pastor says the snow that fell this week could make it hard for firefighters to determine a cause for the fire. A well-known Lexington restaurant had to close early today because of a fire. The fire started this afternoon inside Columbia Steakhouse on Richmond Road. Firefighters say someone spotted flames coming from a grease trap and called for help. But firefighters tell us it didn't take them long to put out the fire. They say they were able to keep most of the fire from spreading beyond a vent. The health department says the restaurant will need to be inspected tomorrow before it can be reopened.
An alert tonight for people with peanut allergies. The Food and Drug Administration says they should avoid cumin for the time being. The FDA says several shipments of the spice tested positive for peanuts not listed on the label. The spice is often used in Tex-Mex and Indian dishes, and it's often imported. The FDA didn't say how the possible peanut contamination happens.
Tonight, the University of Kentucky naming a new provost. UK leaders say that Tim Tracy will take over that position starting on Monday. Right now, he's the dean of UK's College of Pharmacy. Tracy was also interim provost from April of 2012 to August of 2013. UK President Dr. Eli Capilouto said Tracy will focus on multiple issues, including strengthening undergrad student retention and graduation and implementing a new financial model.